playing with little black baby dude.
I got it. That's wonderful. What a wonderful intro.
I was playing with little.
Yeah.
Are we live right now?
Good evening, everybody.
He was playing with the neglet on Easter.
So cute, dude.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Brojo Show. Happy Ishtar or Easter.
Esther.
Or Esther.
Esther.
Or Resurrection Sunday. So hope everybody's doing all right.
So what is it? Black Friday, Happy Saturday, and then Sunday is Easter, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Yeah.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Well, I had a pretty good day today. I mean, well, the first part wasn't so good because I'm dealing with this freaking ringing in my ear, and it's like coming and going. Right now, it's not too bad because I guess I'm kind of keeping my, mind busy here. But well, I had some kind of unexpected company today. You know, I figured, hey, your wife went out to church. You know, the house is empty. Lo and behold, I'm just chilling out. Knock on the door. Who's knocking on the door? It's Sunday. Don't tell me Jehovah's Witnesses are around trying to evangelize on Easter Sunday. That's but it was some folk from the church. I'm like, what are you doing here? Oh, your wife said to come by and have dinner. I said, oh, really?
Wow.
I was like, okay. I thought dinner was kind of canceled because she thought she overcooked the lamb, which turned out not to be the case. She didn't overcook it. So
you had lamb?
We had lamb. Yes, we had lamb. Sacrifice the lamb, on Easter.
Lucky bastard, dude.
All right, it's medication time.
Every Easter, it's kind of tradition. We have lamb, and she cooks it up real good in a slow cooker, makes a nice sauce with it. Yeah, juicy stuff. So, it turned out though, pastor came by, another pastor I know, really cool peeps. We get along, they know where I'm at, and that stuff. And, but, wound up having a really good time, and had some laughs. And so that was interesting. We didn't even get into any kind of religious conversation. So that was fun. It was good. It was better than I thought, First, I must admit, I was like really pissed, So it's like, okay, choice I'm gonna do here. So that's how my day was. Anything unique happened with you guys this Easter Sunday?
No, just some fat guy falling asleep on me at the temple.
A fat guy fell asleep on you at the temple.
He was leaning on. He would fall asleep and lean on me, and then he kept doing it, and I was like, Lord, please help me. I'm a good person. And that's just it's all right. I'll be good. I'll be fine. And then finally, I just elbowed him.
And then he slapped his fat ass back to weight.
I can't believe it.
Did he apologize?
No.
No, he went back to sleep.
Apologize.
Mark elbows like a bitch.
Was he Indian?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he was.
Did you smell like garlic?
Shut up. We're not allowed to eat garlic.
Curry ass of dicks.
Maybe Krishna was testing you.
That's what I kept saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said to Krishna, keep it up.
Hare Krishna, get this fat guy off me.
But it was nice.
That's not the first time, dude. He's actually prayed for that, right?
So it was so nice out that we had for Sodom, we had the feast outside. It was very, very nice.
It's freaking 80-some degrees today.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's raining now, but
it's raining.
So what's the feast? Yeah, right, because it was humid today. So it's actually the second shower we got today. So now the feast you celebrate today, is there any similarities to Easter? Is it just like a celebration of spring? What is it?
No. We have a feast every Sunday.
Oh, okay, okay. When you say feast, I'm figuring something, like they have a feast of a saint or a feast of
Oh no, we eat.
that kind of thing. A feast every Sunday. Oh,
Oh yeah, and I was telling
that's a fun religion you got there.
William that it was like they really Indianed it up. It was spicy as hell. It was awesome.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, I was so happy about it. I told the fat guy, you can take a nap on me now if you'd like.
Mm.
Rude.
How about you, William? Anything special today, William? William. Oh, William.
Leave him alone. Maybe he'll go away.
William. Okay. I'll move on to lyrics. Lyrics, you do anything special for Easter Sunday?
I ate dinner with my girlfriend's family. I played with a baby for a while.
Who's baby?
Shut up, dude. Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up with your goddamn mouth, all right? It was I don't know the relation, like cousin's baby, second cousin, something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Cute little baby.
In some practicing.
Cute little boy, dude. Yeah, he was adorable.
Are the girlfriend's parents religious?
Yes.
Oh, how religious.
2 holidays a year?
Enough.
Enough?
Well, her mother is really, like, she'll go to church a couple times a week or something.
Oh, wow.
But she's like the nicest lady ever, so hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
She did good by the Lord. Lord did good with her, dude, Some people it doesn't.
Does she try to convert you?
No, I don't know. I try to have conversations with her because she knows I'm an atheist, but somehow it ends up always getting interrupted and I never get to talk to her about it.
Okay.
It's a good family, though. Had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Played with a little baby.
That's good. Little kitties. Oh, Mark. Yeah, I remember Mark corrected me. Yeah, the Krishna story, right? Okay, what I was reading was that maybe there's a couple different interpretations of the story of Krishna. The one I was reading where there was like a couple. One that he got shot with one arrow in the foot, or then there was one multiple arrows, and then like they hung him from a tree. So that's why sometimes they're saying Krishna could be like Jesus.
Yeah, no, they need to be a little bit more responsible with that kind of shit. If you want to disprove Christianity or make Christianity sound like something else, then make sure you have your facts straight. That kind of shit pisses me off. I've seen these videos before, and I know damn right well that Krishna's birthday is not in December. It's in August, sometimes September.
And Jesus' birthday wasn't in December either.
Well, yeah. But this video was saying that Krishna was crucified. He was not. He was shot in the foot. And
like Achilles or whatever?
What, dude? Yeah. He died from a shot to the foot?
Well, that's the hanging on the tree part, right? So
no, that's just... In Hinduism, there's a lot of tradition and different locals have different stories about. But I challenge anyone to find Krishna's death in the scriptures.
So Krishna never died,
Well,
not even from arrows. So he's not part of the dying, rising God.
no. But he did. He disappeared. He left his body, and his bodily death was due to an arrow in the foot, because he was most vulnerable in the foot, and he was looking for a way to die physically. And not only that, but his mother was not a virgin; she had 7 kids before Krishna. So that the whole thing, the whole thing is wrong.
Okay. Died from an arrow in the foot. Now that's even more unbelievable than being crucified to death.
What a slut,
How
huh?
would you die from being shot in the foot? Loss of blood? I don't know.
No, it was more or less like a power center.
Was that where his huge flaming vagina was located?
Oh god. That's where his heart was.
That was hard. All right.
I don't know. You're funny lyrics. You're too much.
Hey, I love
What's up,
Krishna.
Phosphorus?
I love them all, bro. Don't worry.
I'm just listening. I'm waiting on the bomb to drop.
You're waiting for the bomb to drop?
Yeah, I'm waiting on you to get to wherever you want to go with the ridicule.
Well, I guess the point is, I mean, the stories might, vary, but we do have, ideas of dying and rising gods or god men, even before the times of Jesus, and that perhaps that this story was stolen from.
Well, no, John, being honest, though, because you say that, and then you act like because that existed before Jesus, that Jesus is somehow a copy. But man's greatest fear has always been the unknown death. What happens. So, you're naturally going to have people inventing ideas of people, surviving it or coming back to alleviate that fear. That's what I.
But
Okay.
what about Dionysus? That's specifically born from I think a virgin or a mortal mother, and he's the son of the ruling god Zeus, and
I'm
he
sure it's based on
dies and gets reborn again, in a really similar
I think a lot of those stories are based on truth, but some with that particular one, I mean it's a spin-off of something a little older, or something from another culture, because you have a lot of mirroring in the pagan religions of old. You have the same stories just being played out, because there's a flood story all over the world. Doesn't matter where you go, they've all got a history of a great flood. So, I mean, explain it.
So would you say that the story of Dionysus could be just as credible as the story of Jesus?
You mean that someone named Dionysus did exist and was more than human? Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think what's credible, dude, is that both of those tales exist, right? That a bunch of these tales portraying the same story exist, right? That's the big thing. Not that one individual is better or worse than the other, but this outlying theme, this archetype, is the center of all these stories.
Yeah. Like Catholicism is sun worship and all that, but they go back to worshiping Tammuz and God, what was her name? It's same as it's where we get Easter from too, but Semiramis.
Ishtar supposedly went down and saved Tammuz.
Well, Semiramis was there was no Ishtar yet. That name didn't come till later. That it was Semiramis first, Semiramis and Tammuz and Nimrod. And then that's where we get because Nimrod died, and oh god, it's just a ridiculous thing. I've seen Zeitgeist. I've seen them try and compare this shit, right? But it's not even close. Even though the confusion comes where the Catholics and their traditions about Christmas being on the 25th, that was Tammuz's birthday. But Tammuz was killed in a boar hunt. You know, but that's why we have Lent, 40 days of weeping for Tammuz. I mean, it's just these old beliefs. I mean, and this is Babylon. This is way the fuck back. This is like the founding of that. I mean, it's insanely old. And it's different than what Christianity teaches. But that's the problem with everyone calling Catholicism Christianity. It's not.
But I guess my question, I mean, so what makes the resurrection of Jesus any more special than these other resurrections? I mean, if you're saying there could be an element of truth, that you're saying why there's these other resurrecting gods, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, the story, the prophecy of a resurrected, God, that's old because there's prophecies of it, and that's why we have all these tales and different versions of people, that are trying to flesh out that idea. But I guess the manner in which Jesus did what was prophesied, I mean, and the witnesses, they have corroborating stories, but they're not identical. And this, to me, is like a crime scene. When you interview people about an incident, they all saw the same thing, but they have different viewpoints and perspectives. So after reading it, I say, they saw what they saw. They believed what they believed for a reason. And, I can see, I can see where if you're going to die for something, it's not going to be a lie.
Well, I mean, the witnesses are purportedly the writers, right, of the gospel, which we know. I mean, they just added that on afterwards. We don't know.
Yeah, it got published more.
I'm pretty much sure Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John didn't write the gospels. These names were attributed to those stories.
Just because we don't, the earliest manuscripts we found are in the 70 AD and shit like that, doesn't mean that there weren't other manuscripts or other, that these weren't copied off some existing documents. I'm sure that this thing was written down afterwards, scribed out. That was just the way that you would do it, But you wouldn't want the Romans to kill you for it. You wouldn't want the Jews to persecute you for it, so you keep it on the low. And whenever the Jews fell out of power and the Romans took over, but with kind of a blasé attitude about it, it really it came out. It took off. They made copies of it, and that's why we have more of the earlier manuscripts coming from that era.
But we don't have any original manuscripts, though.
No, of course not.
And we do have different accounts of the resurrection, depending on which gospel,
which author, yeah. Which to me adds to it. It adds to the credibility.
Well,
that's what I was saying.
All right. Well, all right. How could it add to the credibility if the words are supposed to be inspired by the Holy Spirit? That would mean that the Holy Spirit.
This wasn't prophecy. What I'm saying is, when you're talking about the Gospels, you're not talking about a prophet of God speaking God's words. What you're talking about is men witnessing something and writing what they saw of it in a fashion to them that was historical. They were inspired by what they saw. This is not saying that it was that part of the Bible is inspired by God. It's like Acts. Acts is just, it documents things that were happening at that time period, like a chronicle, like a newspaper. All right, and that's kind of. But go ahead.
No, I mean, again, we don't know if Matthew, Mark, and Luke saw these things.
Well, you can be pretty sure that Luke could write for himself. He was a doctor. Luke admits that he didn't see a lot of it firsthand. He saw the aftermath and the following miracles, and he knew of these people before and after. Matthew, being a tax collector, he could write, and I'm sure he wrote a manuscript and kept that stuff because he was very specific on his research of the genealogy of Jesus on both sides of the family. Because I guess he wanted to find out for himself. And he put all that.
Were written in Greek. They would have been probably Aramaic.
They were written in Hebrew first.
We don't know that.
Right, but that's how it's passed down. And that's how the law is carried.
Again, no original manuscripts to say that.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's why it's a matter of faith now, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, hey, If you can admit that,
Of course,
that's fine.
I mean, it seems I don't need. It's not a scientific study for me. For me, it's enough for me to go. Yeah, I think that this is true. I'm good with that. If it hadn't been for the differences in their accounts, it would have made it sort of like the Book of Mormon, where everything is in perfect agreement, but it doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't explain anything. The fact that these are men writing their accounts and there are variations, but the baseline of the story is identical.
But knowing what we do now, right? The knowledge we have now, right? When we have to question ourselves, what's the probability of certain things happening and of certain claims?
Okay, well, you talk about knowledge. All right, what knowledge are you talking about that refutes something?
Well, the lack of that we do not see anybody rising from the dead.
So you're saying because we haven't seen it in a long time that it's never been seen?
Well, then I mean, then we might as well then take the claims, many claims of God's. I mean, how do you weigh it differently than against any other claims of gods or rising gods and stuff like that?
Well, because you're basing everything, the very idea that it hasn't happened in a long time on the fact that it's not chronicled or proven. But how do you prove something that's miraculous? I mean, we've got stories all over the world about people that were dead for, an hour, 2 hours coming back to life over history. You know what I'm saying? But it's probably bullshit because we don't know that it happened. But is it possible that any of those are true? Was there ever any sort of resurrection?
Well, I mean, like a lot of the times people were diagnosed wrong as being dead, right? Like in the Middle Ages, they put bells, like with a string going down into the. Yeah, I mean, like that's actually really common.
So we don't know. We don't know. You don't know, and I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's hard to disprove something like that or prove it. So it's one of those things that maybe it's happened, maybe it hasn't, but I don't know. I believe in this case, these men were shocked and shook up enough that they believe that it had happened, and it's significant enough for me that they were willing to die for that belief rather than recant, because all they had to do is lie. But it was more important to them to tell the truth, and they were willing to die for it. So, yeah, that's pretty serious. I asked myself if there's anything in my life that I'm willing to just die for, that I know is a lie, and then there's not. If I know it's a lie and I was just bullshitting, it ain't worth dying for. I'm gonna fucking admit it to save my own hide.
I just don't understand why people can't just say, okay, these writings, they're transcendental. They're of a spiritual nature. They don't have much to do with this world. And just get on with it.
Well, I mean, I don't mess with you about your beliefs because I think you're entitled to seek out whatever the truth is, just like I am. I settled on a different idea or concept. Same with you, John. Same with everybody in this room. Whatever your concept is, I have no problem with it. I mean, but I don't challenge you on it very much, right?
Oh no.
And I don't mind that you challenge me on it. It shows that you're not as comfortable as I am with, your belief system.
Who's ever challenged you?
Not you so much. It's more Brojo. Brojo's got to act around.
He was waiting for me to drop the bomb.
Oh, I know. This is going to play out until you've resolved it in your mind.
Well, I kind of resolved it. I think probably it did not happen.
Then where's the anger coming from? The like.
Oh, I'm not angry.
I'm
not angry.
No, I don't think he's angry.
Okay, I could be reading it wrong.
Yeah, I'm not angry.
I'm not fucking mad.
I'm not angry. What are you talking about? I'm not mad at God.
How dare you fucking call me angry? I'll kick your fucking ass if you don't shut the fuck up.
Rip your heart out. Meet your kids.
So, anything else on the Easter topic?
No, not really.
I've been catching a lot of shit because I don't respond the same way to everybody who's like, Happy Easter. I'm like not sure what to say because I'm not even comfortable calling it that.
No, just say thank you.
And then I've got the jackasses. I mean, I love them to death because a lot of them are my friends, but they're grown-ups, right? And they text me. Like, there's this chick that I've been talking to, and she texted me, "Did the Easter Bunny come to your house?" It's like, how the fuck do I answer that? You know better. I'm not a kid. What are you asking me right now? You fucking know that there's no big ass bunny in my house.
Apparently, the bunny came from Tamruz, I believe, because he liked bunny rabbits.
I don't.
That
Okay,
whole
that
idea
could be
of
true.
rabbits and
It should be the bunny.
But-
It should be.
It's based on the fertility ritual. I mean, all of this or a fertility festival.
Well, regardless,
Rabbits
it should
fuck.
be the Easter chicken because rabbits don't lay fucking eggs.
No, but eggs are a symbol of fertility.
right.
Yeah. So let's make it the Easter chicken.
I don't know why they mixed them. Is my thing. I don't know why they.
Or was it Jesus that laid colorful eggs? I'm not sure.
But I just want to know why the Easter Bunny comes in and leaves eggs. I mean, I've had rabbits before, and that's not eggs they leave, and it tastes terrible, whatever it is. I guess I've never had rabbits.
I was hearing one story. I don't know how true this is because it was the coloring of the eggs. Apparently, came since they have the god of fertility, they have children, and there used to be a sacrifice of these children. They would be about 3 months old later, a year later, right? And they would sacrifice the children. They'd take the blood from the sacrificed children and dye the eggs with the blood of the sacrificed kid.
And what culture was that?
Oh, there was some Babylonian, something like that. I don't know.
Because they offered their sacrifices, their children to Moloch, which is a furnace. They would put the babies on the hands of the statue, and the statue itself was a furnace. So the metal was incredibly hot. So that's how they sacrifice. I mean, if that's the area and the time period, I'm sure it's evolved and has its different expressions in lots of cultures. But yeah, so I'm just curious as to which culture that because that sounds more like the Aztec kind of thing, you know, because they were all about draining that blood, oceans of blood.
Yeah, I remember some of the evangelical churches that I went to. They purposely were not calling it Easter because of the pagan connection, and I guess the Catholic connection as well. And it would, we're going to call it Resurrection Sunday or Resurrection Service.
Yeah, well, that's how I respond to people a lot of times that say Happy Easter. I just say He's risen, because I don't really want to get into I mean, I know what I believe, and I don't want it to be complicated with whatever
Why
the
can't
word.
you just say thank you?
Hey, thanks. I could,
Yeah.
but they're asking me.
Don't take away someone's blessing.
I'm not taking away. I'm responding in a way that lets them know that yeah, I'm a Christian too, but this is the way I choose to recognize this holiday. Fuck the fertility stuff. I mean, it's about the resurrection.
What do you mean, fuck the fertility? Is that some MGTOW shit right there? Are you going MGTOW on me now, dude?
I mean, if you want to have an Easter edition of that, but I think everybody's tired of hearing about it.
Oh, gee.
I pray for my balls to be plentiful.
Who do you make that prayer to?
You know who.
No, I don't really. Who's the patron saint of nut enlargement?
Phew, Saint Lyrics.
Saint Lyrics. You've already been sainted like before you're even dead.
Yeah.
A living legend and saint. I like it.
I'm now equal with Tommy.
So when you prayed,
Saint of stupid.
When
Saint
you
Tommy.
when you pray to yourself to have your nuts get bigger, does it work?
Hallelujah, brother.
All right, country girl, you need to check the situation out.
Oh, I'm sorry, I accidentally muted her.
I'm sure it was accidental, Mark.
Yeah. Whoops.
Well, that's all right. She's not interested in seeing your nuts, apparently.
I am trying. Mark would mute me. I do not know why.
I just got finished saying I accidentally muted you.
Well, you didn't. I had to go and mute me. You know what? Kiss my ass, Mark.
We'll mess with that country girl now.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrics balls. He must take very good care of them.
Oh, please continue.
Not too hot, not too cold. He keeps them just at the right temperature.
Porridge is just right, baby. That's
Yeah.
right.
This is some strange, like sexy talk here. I don't know.
Ooh, this porridge is too hot. Ugh, I don't like that. And this porridge is too cold. Ew.
Get your balls out of breakfast.
Well, that's what I learned in school. They have to be at just the right temperature.
For what?
To procreate.
Is this something you experimented and tested in school?
No, I did not. It's
75 and 80 degrees.
between. My husband said between 75 and 80 degrees.
And that's why hot tubs are so bad for people who are trying to get pregnant.
Yep.
I'm gonna go live in a hot tub.
Boil those seeds.
I live in an igloo before I need to procreate. I actually freeze them up a little bit, you know? Get them all snuggly close so it gets all the extra juices and whatever, wherever it gets it from. I don't know. It's in my body though, right? I know that.
That's right. That's science.
Kid, I got a girl pregnant, dude. I got 2 fucking kids, son. 2.
You're a real man.
2.
Are you sure?
I'm a fucking goddamn fucking. Well,
Yeah, I'm so
goddamn
proud of you. Even I got a woman
monkey
pregnant. Jesus.
just spreading my seed.
That's right.
Right. That's what Easter's actually about, bro. It's about how.
We don't hear you.
He just left the group, but praise God for his kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to shift here.
The one's not born yet.
Well, they're all going to be taller than him, no matter how old they are.
Oh, it's so wrong.
I'm going to shift gears here a little bit. Just came across this story. Looks like United Airlines is under hot water again. Let me see if I get the screen share going. Whoops. Lagging. Okay. We'll get it. Okay. Bride and groom booted off United flight in Houston. A bride and groom headed to Costa Rica for their wedding got kicked off the United flight out of Houston on Saturday afternoon. The incident took place on United Airlines flight 1737. It was going from Houston to Costa Rica. The couple, along with their friends, were flying from Salt Lake City and had a layover at George Bush Intercontinental Airport. Michael Hull, the groom, said he and his fiancée, Amber Maxwell, were the last to board the plane. According to Hull, they noticed a man was spread across their row, napping when they approached their seats. Not wanting to wake the man, Hull said they decided to sit 3 rows up in seats 21B and C. He said they didn't think it would matter because the flight was half full with multiple empty rows. Quote, he said, "We thought not a big deal. It's not like we're trying to jump into first class. We were simply in an economy row, a few rows above our economy seat." After sitting, Hull said a flight attendant approached and asked if they were in their ticketed seats. The couple explained they weren't and asked the couple if they could get an upgrade, but instead they were told they need to return their assigned seats. They apparently, they complied with the flight attendant's demands. But then a U.S. Marshal came onto the plane and asked them to get off. Couple cooperated and got off the plane without incident, but they still don't understand why. They said they were being disorderly and a hazard to the rest of the flight, to the safety of the other customers. United Airlines claims they actually tried to sit in an upgraded seat repeatedly, and they wouldn't follow crew instructions. So we got a conflicting story there. Their airline statement was, "We're disappointed anytime a customer has an experience that doesn't measure up to our expectations. These passengers repeatedly attempted to sit in upgraded seating, which they did not purchase, and they would not follow crew instructions to return their assigned seats. We've been in touch with them and have rebooked them on flights tomorrow." So they were booked for another flight the next morning, but they said they won't be flying United again. Described the whole situation as quite strange.
Yeah, is there a picture of him?
Is there a picture of them? I don't see a picture of them, no.
All right.
But given recent events, you think, why would they go that far? Flight.
Oh, wait a minute. Their side pride and
They didn't beat the fuck out of them.
Oh, here,
They
we
look
might
like,
have.
look, they look like white trash.
Okay, let's see if we can get a picture here.
I have a flight with United soon, dude.
You do?
Just shut up and sit down and don't do anything. No sudden moves.
This is the
Sit in
picture.
your assigned fucking seat, man.
Yeah, I guess now it comes to he said, she said, right?
Yeah, they look middle class.
They do.
Yep.
Maybe they were being fucking retards on the plane, you know?
Yeah, maybe they were. Maybe they sat in their own fucking seat like they said. Maybe they got belligerent. Who knows?
Probably got belligerent.
Yeah, if they got belligerent with disturbing everyone else, yeah.
It's not much
Dude,
of a
there's
story.
like lawsuits and shit involved, you know, sometimes, and like what's said on the news, you know. People just say it.
You think maybe they're trying to provoke United, given what was happening?
I don't know. A lot of times, like, right, if I spilt some of this McDonald's coffee on myself, oh my god, I'm gonna sue you for $10 million, you know, like stupid shit like that. And airlines are a target right now because of that Asian dude. I'm not saying anything, but from my experience on airplanes, it's not like that at all. Usually, there's a reason why you get kicked off a plane, dude. Minus that Asian dude, because that Asian guy was like kind of fucked up. But these people, like, sounds like they were just being fucking retards.
But again, it was solved without violence.
Yeah.
Well, you just have to have faith in the airlines.
I don't care, man. I'm going up in a big fucking plane, like 30,000 feet in the fucking air, and your asses are going to be orderly. That's all I'm going to say. I don't care. You know what I mean? You don't. That's not an area in which you want to fuck around and act like a retard.
Does anybody here remember when you were able to smoke on an airline?
Oh, hell yeah. I think the only place you weren't allowed to smoke was church. You could smoke in the hospital. You could smoke in the grocery store. You could, yeah.
Yeah, there was a time when you could have road beers too.
What is that?
Road beers?
Road beers.
Or I think we are better for not that cigarette smoker.
As he lights another one up.
As I'm going to roll one, because I can smoke one so far in the privacy of my own home.
I have no problem not smoking in buildings of any sort.
Yeah.
But if I'm outside, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
How about bars? I think that's a dumb. I don't know about that. How about bars?
Yeah, it's a really dumb one to be banned.
I mean, 'cause
The bars, dude. I don't care going outside. It's fucking smoking up a cigarette. I don't care.
I miss being able to smoke at the Waffle House.
But something about having that drink and that cigarette, or even say
Coffee and a cigarette. Though.
Right, exactly. Right. You used to have smoking sections in restaurants, or
And they were like right next to each other with no walls separating them. Right.
Right, dude. Me as a smoker, I do not want to eat food while other people are smoking.
Neither. Even as a smoke, I don't like it. Yeah, kind of kills the whole eating experience.
That's why they ought to have smoking and non-smoking coffee shops. That way, for old school motherfuckers that want to go in there and get secondhand while they're having coffee and smoke cigarettes or whatever, they're able to do that shit without everybody whining and complaining.
Yeah, but Derek, I know what you're talking about. I was at a hotel and it was non-smoking, of course. So I go outside, away from the building. I'm smoking a cigarette, and somebody complained. I told them to fuck themselves.
I would too, man. I won't smoke in hotels. I don't smoke in buildings. I have no need. I don't really care. I smoke all the time, dude. I go outside.
No, I smoke in my house though, in my room. I got fans and shit. I'm good, but I'm gonna at least have that. Nobody's taking that shit away.
Mm-hmm.
I would never smoke in my bedroom.
And I smoke in my car.
Ew.
I like to. It gets rid of the weed smell.
Hear that? That's why I kind of started smoking cigarettes.
I mean, it does. It makes it harder to detect very easily what you're smelling. But if you get that good weed, nothing covers it up.
Speaking of, this week's selection is Purple Dream. It's an indica. Very nice.
I got platinum cookies.
Cookies.
Platinum cookies. I know why they're platinum too, because I've already broken or just about broken my grinder trying to break these buds up. Shit's like concrete.
Brother John says cookies.
So
this is so funny.
Is this
Okay.
Is this titties? Or are we about to talk about titties?
No, we can't. No, we're not talking about titties.
Damn. All right. Well, go ahead.
Titties. Anything like that. I was looking for another story I saw earlier, which was kind of funny, but now I came across this.
Tell me you've been following the Berkeley thing.
No.
Oh, it's awesome, dude. I can't believe you hadn't been following that shit.
I just pulled up this story because I thought it was a different story. The North Korea parade, they were celebrating the 105th birthday or anniversary of North Korea.
Right, with their hollow bombs.
Yeah, and I was looking for a couple different pictures, but it ain't on this one. But scrolling through this one, where'd it go now? You gotta look at this. Where was it? Sorry. Here we go. Putin lights candle during Easter service, right? In the Christ the Savior Cathedral, Moscow. It looks like he's giving the middle finger.
That goes out to the Muslims, I guess.
Or he's almost doing like with Dr. Evil. $1 million.
I like Putin. I mean, he says what he means and means what he says.
Looks like his pie's on fire too.
You're right.
I never met the guy. I don't know.
You know, that shit with Berkeley is really fascinating though, because I mean they're fighting in the streets out there in large in huge groups, and the cops are just standing by letting it happen now. And
How many people, dude?
how many?
Yeah,
A fuckload. You watch the videos.
like multiple dozens, dude.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, they were rioting in the streets and shit like that. Well, I say rioting. No, it wasn't a riot because they were battling in the streets.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like a battle, man.
right. Have you seen
Was there like someone with like a fucking 2x4 or
yes,
something, dude?
yes.
Hell yeah.
He's got a name. He's the base stick man. He came out of nowhere with a shield and a stick and a hockey mask and started fucking dudes up,
What a
man.
motherfucking badass right there, dude.
Well, the Antifa people fucked up because they tried to use like a smoke grenade or whatever, but they were downwind. So it blew back in their faces, and then all the Trump supporters just charged them. I mean, these are like old dudes, right? Old vets just running up there and just grabbing these young punks up, beating the shit out of them, ripping their masks off. I mean, it was great. I loved watching every bit of it.
What's this video called, dude? I want to see this.
I think it's still called Battle of Berkeley, or you can just look up the.
There's a bunch of videos.
Yeah, there's a lot. You've been following it, Foss?
I've seen like a little bit of stuff about it over the course of the day. I watched a couple of videos showing people throwing rocks and bricks and M80s at each other, and like that one chick with the dreads getting punched by that one guy.
It was awesome. There was some gender equality right there, boy. Pow.
Chick got leveled.
Oh
yeah.
Savagely.
Fucking smoke bombs, dude. M80s. That must be mayhem. I want to go down there, dude. Where's that? Berkeley?
Yeah.
Sounds like fun, dude.
Well, it's getting wild. Lauren Southern was there. I watched the entire her entire broadcast of it. She was out there in the middle of the brawl. I mean, they got
dude.
peppered spray with the little bear repellent spray. You know what I'm talking about? The big ass pepper spray cans.
Just get a little water, put it on your face, and fucking move on, soldier.
And then this one chick got shot 3 times with with one of the police's. It's the pepper spray bullets or whatever. That was in a different part
like the canister. She got hit by one of those.
It's a paintball gun, right? And it's just got the balls just have capsaicin in it, and they lit her up 3 times in the chest because she kept trying to push through the barricade, and everybody was in disbelief, but they're not fucking around, man.
I bet that fucking hurt, dude.
One guy on the Antifa side, I think, got like a gash on his forehead and is just bleeding all over the place. That looked pretty bad.
Man, when those old dudes rushed in, I mean, you could see by their hats and stuff, a lot of them were veterans.
Was anyone yelling freedom or anything, dude?
You couldn't make out what all was being yelled. I mean, it was just a mad rush through the smoke, and like every time they came across one of these Antifa people, it didn't matter whether it was a guy or a girl, man. They laid on them with some serious shots. They were knocking the shit out of them and ripping their masks off. And they were all retreating, man. But see, they had tried to flank them. They tried to come through the streets and flank them, and that didn't pan out either. Like they're really trying to do like military battles, but with just no guns or whatever. And the police, for the most part, were just on the sidelines helping people get out that wanted to get out of the melee.
I love plebeian riots, dude.
There's Nero sitting up there watching Rome burn.
It's exciting, dude. I wish there was one like near me. I'd go fucking have some fun, dude.
Well, you can still watch the videos and decide if that's what you really want to do. But I mean, it could be a waste of an afternoon.
To me, dude.
You never know if it's going to pop off or not. I mean, they get out there and yell at each other for a while, and then somebody fucks up and throws a brick.
Protesters supporting and opposing.
I don't want to get hit by a brick, but if I did, it'd be kind of fun. That'd get me fucking pissed off. I'd fucking go nuts.
Oh yeah, one dude got. I mean, his head was like squirting blood where he got smashed with a brick. I mean,
yeah, he got fucked up.
Yeah, it was one of the Trump supporters because the Antifa people were launching, and I don't know how they were doing. They must have some big dudes over there chunking bricks.
Oh, maybe that's the guy I seen. Maybe he was a Trump supporter, another Antifa.
Was he bald?
Well, I think it was a dude with long hair. What I
Okay.
seen, but like he had like the top of his forehead was just bleeding all over his face.
Yeah, they're battling it out.
Yeah.
Bandages assed up, dude. I grew up like in an area where people fought all the time, so that kind of shit happened. I grew up around it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but this is a
I've
weird
seen-
politically driven thing, which is, I mean, you get different people involved. It's not just young people or whatever.
Yeah, and this is like a little war or something, right? Like this
Hell
isn't just
yeah.
this isn't just like a group fight. This is like lots and lots of people being crazy.
This is one of the first battles of a revolution, is what this is.
I don't know what it was, but pretty awesome.
I'm telling you, man,
Those
we're
people ought to have been at church.
Yeah.
we're temple.
They should have been, dude. But those are the fucking retards. Just saying. Those people are all the fucking retards. Ugh. We were here enjoying our families and doing our traditions and enjoying the festivals. These fucking dumb shits hurting each other, killing each other, doing whatever they gotta do.
They're trying to save the world from Donald Trump. What are you talking about, man? They're trying to
I don't
save
know
the
what's
world.
going on. Save the world. Got a bunch of little Jesuses running around, huh?
Yeah, they're crusaders, man. They're not gonna take a day off just because it's some old holiday. They're gonna stay there and fucking beat a
plebs,
dead
dude.
horse.
They're all convinced that like the Nazis are literally taking over everything. It's crazy as hell.
But it's their own shit. They've just been in their own echo chamber for so long. They keep telling each other that, and they come up with these far-fetched ideas that are, and I like watching the insanity play out, but it's starting to get dangerous. I mean, like their delusions are driving them to have battles, and you know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna get killed.
Ain't gonna be me.
Well, I mean,
Come back,
people are
bro.
already getting killed, like the cops that are getting shot, and the people that are getting shot by the cops, and I mean, yeah, I guess people are already getting killed.
But if you want to go out and do that stuff, I don't know.
A few minutes ago, you wanted to go out and do that shit, man.
Well, I mean, if it was right here, I'd definitely join in, Hell yeah. But it's not any sort of political motivation whatsoever. It's just pure primal fucking destruction.
You're an asshole.
Do that.
Well, I'm just saying it'd be kind of cool to just see this, like,
Babies
just
on the way,
this
why would
chode or this.
Huh? Why would you do that?
What?
Why would you do that for no cause at all? Knowing you're having a baby on the way and everything.
Well, I'm just saying, if there was this group of chodes and political shitbags right over there that were just going at it, I would probably grab a stick and smack a couple of them.
Randomly?
Yeah, I'm not fucking whoever's close,
Brojo, on the side, there's a story for you.
That's mildly psychotic, bro.
Yeah.
Well, if they were right there,
If they were on your front lawn, yeah, but if they're just out there and they're settling and shit and they got nothing to do with you and they're not shooting and they're just fist fighting it out, man, let them fucking fight.
If I was like along in my travels, right, and then I just saw this group of schmucks just doing that, I'd get a little excited.
So you'd hit them with a stick?
I don't know, dude. You can't tell me that if you didn't see that, you wouldn't get riled the fuck up.
I'd want to know what the fuck was going on. Once I figured out where I fell on it, then I get involved.
You're instantly.
But I already know how I feel about Antifa, so yeah, I would look for a guy in that mask and smash him in the face.
I won't hit chicks.
If she's spraying you in the face with some shit or hitting you with a bat, you will.
I'll bite her.
Okay, that'll teach her.
I mean, I guess that works.
You don't want to put your mouth on these filthy whores, bro.
It's been worse, dude. I don't know what I'd do in that situation. It all depends on what was going on, I don't think I'd be anywhere near a situation like that, but if I was, I would have to defend myself.
Yeah, but that's assuming that you're in any danger.
Yeah, that's different than just
Exactly.
jumping into something you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, if they're in your front yard or like right in front of your house, and you could be in some danger, and I could see wanting to run them to fuck off. But otherwise, if they're just happening in the city over, and you don't have a stake in the political argument, sit back and let them do. Don't just run up randomly, because whatever you do is going to be interpreted by the side that's done to as something done to them by the other side. You could actually start off some shit.
Uh-oh.
He's having a hard time today.
Was that a rage quit? Do you think that was a rage quit?
No, hell no. Hell no. He doesn't care enough about it.
I don't know.
I don't want to hear this reason. I'm just going to beat up some protesters.
Well, I thought this back to this story here with the parade. I finally found the picture. I thought this was kind of funny. I'll scroll down here. So, yeah, there's Kim Jong-un. And then they have a picture of his army, right? There's a picture of some armored rifles. What do you notice?
I mean, aside from just the fact that it's a lot of women.
A lot of women, right? At least at this. So then the next picture is I just thought this was funny. The next picture, you got a bunch of guys. I don't know. I found it humorous.
You're so sexist.
What's wrong with Asians?
Oh,
dude?
you go, honey! You go, honey! You go, honey! This is all their wives. They're his
What?
wives. There's the husbands waving the flowers. You go, honey!
They're just waiting for them bitches to get shipped out somewhere so they can have the house for themselves.
What is wrong with Asians?
It's just their culture, bro. They're guys like pom poms. I mean, come on.
It's confusing, dude.
I don't know. There's a lot of dangerous fucking women out there.
You still haven't proved to me that there's anything wrong with like not hitting one or two random protesters.
Well, okay, but why do I need to convince you that it's wrong? I can just tell you that it's legally a mistake.
It seems like a good idea, dude.
It's legally a mistake.
Legally a mistake. Do you think any of those people are really going to get caught or anything like that?
Yes.
Well, you got now, right? We just saw a few got arrested.
Yeah, like 21 people or something like that got arrested at the end of it.
Once got injured. Definitely the arrests.
Your blue face paint and your kilt's gonna give you away. They're gonna spot you a mile away.
How many people were involved?
Unknown.
Unknown, signs. That means a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. It was a big thing.
It was chaos, so it's really. I mean, you can get different estimates of how many took part and how many were present, but it was. I mean, if you watch the videos, I mean, there's hours of footage. It's just crazy. It's the wildest thing that I've seen happen on our streets in my entire life.
Even after Rodney King, dude?
Yeah, because it wasn't as political. It was about a single incident. This is about two conflicting viewpoints. I mean, all this Antifa stuff is communism, and they're just way at, they haven't done the math on this. They don't realize how they're operating out of a deficit when it comes to trying to deal with not just the people that oppose their views, but people who are tired of the bullshit. There's people that don't give a fuck about the political argument, but they're just tired of the bullshit. So they're gonna, push for them to get shut down. It's stupid. But this is an attack on our way of doing things.
Yeah, I mean, these Antifa people, I mean, they call themselves anti-fascists, but they really are actually fascists. They want to commit violence against people who think differently. That is the narrative that, like, this is okay. We should punch people who are different than us. We should shut people down and stop them from talking. That's just their attitude about things.
Yeah,
It's
the
completely
crushing
insane.
the free speech.
I don't think these people have really interacted with like I don't like real American men, right? Like I don't know what kind of people these people are around or
College
who these
kids.
people are.
Yeah, they're
Exactly,
college kids.
Berkeley college kids.
Christ, he's really dumb, dude. Really dumb.
Well, they're learning that. They're learning it the hard way too. But it's what they need. That generation is so fucking soft. I mean, they have no idea. They think they're gonna run out there and be like it's gonna be like a fucking movie. But whenever some big hairy motherfucker grabs you up by the shirt and starts putting his knuckles upside your head, the game changes. It's all about running the fuck out of there. As they're learning to do. They're definitely getting their exercise. It's not Xbox. I mean, has anyone else noticed how soft American kids are and American teenagers and hell, right now up to the 26 and under? It seems like,
fuckers.
oh man, they're just so fucking helpless,
Mhm.
but they think they know every fucking thing.
Dude, you're getting there quicker than I did.
What you mean?
The state of curmudgeon.
Oh, that was a word I don't know. Curmudgeon.
An old cranky guy.
Oh,
look
yeah.
at these damn kids these days. Get off my lawn.
Oh, here we go.
Get off my lawn.
It's the truth.
I really am that guy, though. I was just running motherfuckers off my lawn yesterday with a shotgun. Neighborhood kids lost their fucking minds, come over and ran up on my porch and slammed their hand into my front door real hard. Not knocking, just like slapping it. And then I had the main door open. This is just like the screen door. And then run off my porch and stop there in the road talking shit. And I was like, have you lost your mind? But I fired that shotgun a few times and they took off. Left the shells out there.
Oh my God. You lie.
Swear to God. I didn't shoot it at him. I shot it up in the air. Well, no, I did shoot one tree just because I wanted them to see the impact on the tree, and then I fired in the air a few times. And that should keep them out of my yard. I did get quite a few phone calls from my neighbors, though. Sissies.
Should come over there and smack you in the face.
My neighbor?
Yeah.
She does. You should see my neighbor. She can come on inside afterwards, and then I'll smack her on her bottom.
So give me some description here. I want to. What's this neighbor look like?
What? What? How's that
What
do
she
you
look
any
like?
good? All right. About 5'4", blonde, 122 pounds, 23. She's a very attractive woman. You mean to run over and try and get a picture of her real quick?
What's her name?
Well, she goes by Honey.
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 Is that her like stage name?
No. The nickname she got when she was a kid.
All right. Honey.
Shit, people around here. I went to school with girls named Summer and Sunshine, sisters. Summer and Sunshine. Little silly names.
Hicks.
Heard that.
Or what?
Okay, but look, at least you can spell our names, right? You can do that. It ain't no Taekwon or Shafid and all that shit.
Oh, no.
Look, that's
Just
one of the
barely though.
it's one of the worst parts of my fucking job is all the strange names that I get from hearing from jails. They call in and I ask for their name because I got to look all that shit up in the public index. I don't have a fucking clue as to what they're saying. They're not even pronouncing what they're saying. And then when they say their name, it's so strange. I'm like, oh God, all right, spell it. Seriously. And then they act like I'm the jackass because I'm asking them to spell their weird fucking name. Like, motherfucker, you got a weird name. You've known that shit all your life. Don't act surprised when somebody's like, okay, I can't spell that. If your name was Jeff, I could get it.
See what this guy's name is. Louisiana man arrested accused of cursing near woman, clearly disturbing her peace, deputy says.
She felt it. She felt it in the vagina when he said it.
And this ain't no millennial snowflake, but there is Jared Dillon Smith. I don't know what the hell he's got a hickey or a birthmark on that neck.
Yeah, it looks like a hickey.
Gross.
That's what.
He was arrested last week in West Monroe, accused of disturbing the peace by cursing near a 75-year-old woman.
That's not disturbing the peace.
Yeah. Jaron Dillon Smith, 20 of West Monroe, was booked April 8th with disturbing the peace through language and disorderly conduct, according to a Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office. The complainant said Smith was standing next to her when he yelled an expletive and clearly disturbed her peace.
Oh, fuck that cunt.
The arresting deputy said in an affidavit, okay? Louisiana law, one of the ways in which a person can be charged with disturbing the peace is by, quote, addressing any offensive, derisive, or annoying words to any other person who is lawfully in any street or other public place, or call him by any offensive or derisive name, or make any noise or exclamation in his presence and hearing with the intent to deride, offend, or annoy him, or to prevent him from pursuing his lawful business,
What?
occupation, or duty. Yeah, this is the whole.
Wow.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Right?
He could get up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100.
What you like call her a cum dumpster or something, dude?
Didn't even say. He denies young it, but I mean, okay. Say if he was doing it. I mean, how long was he hanging around? I mean, would she call the cops? Oh, this guy's cursing, and I mean, were they there in a matter of moments for this kind of incident? I mean, is this town so boring, West Monroe, or Ouachita Parish?
Oh, no.
I mean, who hasn't told an old lady to go fuck herself, dude?
I haven't, so
It
not.
doesn't even say he was addressing her. It was just like he's just cursing. He just yelled an expletive. He could have said, fucking nasty weather today. I mean, you know.
He could have been like, what is that fucking smell? Is that your goddamn pussy? Right? Could have said something clearly derogative like that. He looks like a guy that would smell old ladies' pussies. That hickey of his.
I'm almost speechless, man.
I am.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I really want to know, what was the vicinities of these two? Didn't this guy see her get on the phone, possibly call the cops? I mean, he was like, well, I really want to know what else was going on. Where was this taking place?
Ooh.
He looks like a total fucking chode, dude.
I showed.
I'm gonna need you to explain the chode.
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
Well, it just pretty much, in general, I'm not going to give you the actual definition because it's kind of gross, but it just means like a
short,
douche,
very fat dick.
yeah, like just a douchebag, kind of a douchey, fucking just, you know, you could just tell he just drips, just douchebag, just a chode.
No, I want to know the shocking definition of what it
A
really, what it
chode
means.
is a very short, fat dick.
Okay. Well, I don't know if he's short.
Can you pull up a definition on that?
No, it's a penis, a short, fat penis.
Yeah.
Okay, so he looks like that to you.
He looks like a fucking chode.
So
Well, it's like calling somebody a douche nozzle. They don't look like a douche nozzle.
all right, my question, Larry, is do you think if he said like, we don't even know what he said, but I mean, should be arrested and 90 days in jail for it, $100 fine, which I mean, 90 days, $100 fine, you know. Say if this guy's got a fucking job, or has to go to school. I mean, he lost a lot more than $100, that's for sure.
I don't think this guy has a job or is in school right now, dude.
They're not in law enforcement.
Because this guy is a fucking chode.
Oh man. You would just
I'm not saying he deserves that, right? He doesn't deserve that, right?
No.
He doesn't.
But yeah, you probably would have like just because you know what the hell.
Yeah, he should sue. He should sue the county that arrested him and the old lady.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, how old was the old lady?
75. She's
No,
75-year-old.
Don't sue her.
75-year-old snowflake. Yeah.
No, sue her. Definitely sue her. She's infringing on your right of.
No.
Yeah.
What if this dude was like getting in this chick's face, right? This old lady's face, and he was calling her names and stuff like that, and she's like, I'm calling the cops, and he's like, you go ahead and fucking call the cops, bitch, blah 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 blah, right? And then he's just a chode, right? So he just
Well, that would
waits
be
around.
a different charge. That wouldn't be, disturbing the peace. That would be some sort of assault or harassment or something like that. Disturbing the peace, he just created a scene. But if you ask me, sounds like the old lady created the scene by being offended.
Yeah. And according to this law, I mean, look at this.
It's not a valid law. It's a statute. Because there's no room underneath the Bill of Rights for there to be, any kind of limitation on what you can say. You know what I mean? It just can't cause damage to someone else.
A car goes by and like nearly hits me, and I yell, "You fucking asshole!" I can get arrested.
Let me tell you something, Brother John. When I lived up in upstate New York, a friend of mine was staying with me. Her and her husband were getting a divorce, and he kept calling my house, threatening me and his soon-to-be ex-wife, et cetera, et cetera. Finally, one day he called and I said, listen, you call here one more time, I'm going to come up there and whoop your fucking ass. I got arrested for terroristic threats.
Mm.
Yeah, so.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, it was way stupid.
You're not supposed to tell him, dude.
What, do you have it recorded?
I don't know what he did. I have no idea. All I know is that the sheriff knocked at my door.
He would need to have it recorded. He would need to be able to present evidence that it happened.
Mugshot, fingerprints, the whole 9 yards. I was like, you've got to fucking be kidding me.
Prove that you said it. And then for him to record you without your previous knowledge would be...
Listen, I went
that
to
wouldn't
court.
be admissible either, I don't think. Right, William?
I went to
That
town
is true.
court. I went to town court, which was Thursday night, and the entire it was a very small town. The whole town shows up for a town court on Thursday night. And I was told that if the judge says, and I'm not even going to mention the smell of marijuana in your apartment when you're arrested. If you don't get in trouble for the next 6 months, this will be thrown out. You will have no record of it. I moved back to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You had grounds for a lawsuit.
Yeah.
That's why they were going to throw some shit out. They'd already fucked up and didn't want to push it too far.
Yeah, they didn't even want to bother with it. They didn't want to bother the case, but they felt like they had to do something. So it takes 6 months to get out of trouble. Really not the case. It comes down to your word against his. If anything, you have the records of him harassing you.
They just want your money, dude.
Yeah.
They want your money or the ability to make money off of you through jail.
No, I didn't even have a fine, so.
That's good.
Because for some reason, the best way to make up your sins is to pay someone.
You mean like to save the planet with the carbon tax, that kind of shit?
No, I just mean in general. I'm not saying, like, I don't necessarily think that punishments don't fit the crimes, really.
Clearly, if they did, then the punishment in the United States for, being in prison means that you had to imprison someone else. So it couldn't really work out that way.
No, I don't mean it like that. I just mean that, like, so say we have someone who is caught stealing, right? Like something big, like they stole a car or something like that. It'd be that you should reimburse them for the car, right? But after that, I think that that's it.
Well, no, they should have their car stolen by you. That way everybody's just trading up cars all the time.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I also think that, like, certain crimes that, like, are committed, the best way to solve them is to not stick someone in jail, dude, or to not find them, or to, like, a lot of times when people get arrested and they get fined, like these fines, it completely ruins them. They have no way to recover. I mean, most people, they're not the best. If you're in that position, right, you're probably having some problems, and then putting this thing over them is very limiting, dude.
Choose a specific offense that you're going to, be that way about, because there's a lot that you can't say that about. No fine. What about community service?
I don't know. Fixing the thing that you try to fix the thing that you did wrong.
Hit and run. Sure, it was an accident. I got scared. I ran off.
Hit and run. You should probably go to jail, right? If you murder someone, or you kill someone, and then you leave the scene of the crime.
But they were scared.
Probably go to jail for that.
Well, nobody said it was vehicular manslaughter. We're just talking about hit and run. Like you ran into the back of a car or something like that, and then you said "fuck that" and took off.
Oh, we're talking about a car, dude. No, I think that you should compensate or the person that you hurt, right? But other than that,
well, I think there ought to be a little extra to it. I don't know if it should be jail if you can make the person whole again, but if you can't, say you're not insured or anything like that. I mean, there's all kind of shit that plays into that. I don't like jail any more than anyone. I mean, I've seen that innocent men get put there too. It's a rough place, and when I first got there, I thought it should be rougher. But then, when I understood that it's the effect of it in the long term that really causes the damage, because you're going to lose your family. People are going to die while you're in there, and you'll never see them again. You're not getting no pussy, that's for sure. Or if it is, it's a prison guard. Huh?
The person that did the crime will not benefit, dude. That'll ruin their life. the person that had the crime committed against them may get temporary satisfaction, but there are other people involved that other than that one perpetrator, right? There's family, there's all sorts of different dominoes that could just fuck up, dude. And
Right.
it hurts society in general.
Well, it's not as much about
You do-
correction as it should be. You know, they call it a correctional, facility, but they don't. It's more about keeping them away and out of the public until they're too old or broken to do anything to anyone anymore. You know. But I still think they need to have the forced labor. You know, if you're going to prison, then you need to be working. You know, you need to be in the habit of working.
It has to be rehabilitation. I mean, again, it's got to be a case by case study. You know, I think some people can't be rehabilitated, like some fucking serious serial killers or some shit. You know, I mean, they got to be locked away. You got to kept out of society. They might not be able to be rehabilitated, but probably most can instead of just spending time in prison. And then, like you said, just if they're in there too long, their lives will get ruined. They should,
Well, again, whatever they
maybe like community service,
I was saying that they should get paid doing the labor camp, and the money should go back to their families or their victims.
Sure.
We should be having them work and doing something that is a benefit to our society and that also is lucrative enough that they can pay back, their victims. And especially, I know this sounds bad, but that should go across a lot of scenarios where money's involved.
Well, you have an issue. I mean, the only kind of jobs that you're going to give them, right, are going to be like, street cleanup, janitorial,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not in a position to be in a
they need to be doing highway road construction in the heat.
Okay, yeah, but now, what are we going to do with all those other workers that are unionized?
Okay, well, I'm not worried about the unions.
The construction workers, and
I mean, there's other things. They should only be doing it on state projects or government projects and things like that. But there's also, we need to be using them in agriculture too, because they talked about, hey, well, if all the Mexicans get thrown out or run away and don't want to do this, we got nobody to work. Well, let me tell you something. That'll build character. Put them out there in the field and let them work and let it benefit. Sure, but that's going to just cause some problems. But
and hemp, get those hemp plants going.
But I mean, there's a use for it, and labor doesn't. As long as we're not working them to death or anything like that. I mean, hard work will build character. They get another job.
You guys sound like a bunch of conspiring plantation owners figuring out how to treat your slaves, dude.
Some people can't handle freedom. They prove it when they get their asses thrown in jail, and then again and again and again.
Yeah, I know, dude.
So what I'm saying is those people. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I had a dear friend of mine. His brother was, and I know him since he was a little kid, and he was out of jail for his younger years, but he just broke probation and stuff, and spent 20 years of his life in jail, and he just recently got out. And it's only I got echo somewhere. But it was only because of the support that he got from his family. I mean, his sister, his mom were there, able to, get him work and stuff like that, So, I mean, if he didn't have that, he'd probably be, back in jail in no time, because that's the only life, he learned, knew to have. But, he's out, he's enjoying his kids and his grandkids now, unbelievable. So
I've seen a lot of abuses of justice and stuff in there. I've seen bad things through the system and where men that should have been released earlier were in there on bullshit holds and things like that. But, a lot of these people, we're letting them get worse in there because they have idle time, lots and lots of idle time, nothing to do. So they fight each other and they run hustles and I'm saying put their asses, make them useful, whether they want to be or not.
I think what we should do is educate them, dude. Educate people. Instead of putting them on plantations, no, we should make it mandatory that they go to college while they're in there.
They have the opportunity to have free schooling in there. They get that. I don't know if it's college, but they get a lot of trade training. They get their GEDs, they get their diplomas, and they already have education.
Mandatory. I think it should be mandatory, dude. You know?
But it's something that they choose. You can't force them to learn anything. You can't force them to get any smarter. You can make them work, but, you know, you can't force them to learn common sense or self-control or you can't educate someone who doesn't want to listen. And I'm telling you, if prison did that, okay, first off, it would help reduce the stress on the taxpayer, but more so, people would. I mean, it's not a free ride. It's not one of those things where people are glorifying going to prison and being in a prison gang. No, they went to prison. They were in a chain gang. You know, that's some real shit. Nobody wants to go to that. Nobody wants to do it. They don't want to be swinging a fucking pickaxe, you know, in a Louisiana swamp. None of that shit. So I think people would be less likely to fuck up. But it's not cutting hands off. It's not Sharia or anything. We're not beheading motherfuckers that have different viewpoints.
That's way too easy, dude. We like to milk them for their labor for 20, whatever, however long they're in there, you know? That's the good stuff. And just chop off their heads, dude. Quick, easy, painless.
Yeah, but they've a lot of times they've caused more damage. They've hurt people. They haven't paid back. They've damaged society, and I think they're not paying or helping society by being in prison. They're just being kept from society and family. If they can get out there, learn to work, you know, be responsible, show some improvement, maybe that, you know, should affect their parole and things of that nature. Give them a chance to get out faster. There will always be a fresh supply of dumbasses coming through the door. So there's no need to hold on to them too long, because they'll start having health problems, and the state doesn't like that. So I have a feeling that the turnover rate and the time that you would actually spend in prison would be reduced by a lot. I mean, they do have work camps now. They have minimum security work camps, but they're for offenders who are in there for like 2 years or less, and they want to cut their time down to like 6 months, so they get in these work camps. I mean, they already have something like that now in South Carolina. I just think it needs to be more focused on agriculture too, because that's a skill they can use when they get out. Because I have a hard time finding jobs at a lot of regular like businesses.
Agriculture requires land, right? And usually if you're in jail, you don't own land.
Not necessarily their own land, but I mean, there are loads and loads of jobs opening up left and right now, you know, working for big producers, working on farms. And these people were willing to take in criminals that they had no background on and had no knowledge of. So I'm sure if, you know, the price is right, they'd be willing to take on ex-cons and shit like that. Not a whole lot of questions asked. Do your work, be here on time, and that kind of shit. And they make decent money. Right now, all the guys that get out of jail work at a place called Columbia Farms, and it's a chicken processing plant, you know? And it's a shitty, stinky job, but it pays well. And they're able to get their lives back on track normally if they do the job. But it's not a job anybody wants.
Slaughterhouse, dude.
I mean, the whole process.
I couldn't deal with smelling like fucking death, dude.
All the time. I work just down the street from it. It stinks god awful.
No doubt.
Well, I'm about to call it quits for tonight. I got a 7-day stretch coming up. I'll probably be on some in the evenings, but I'm gonna be busy for a while.
All right, man.
Y'all behave.
We try.
There.
Good hearing from you,
Bye,
William.
William.
We'll talk to you later, darling.
Week or so, maybe.
Oh, I'll try and get on some during this week if you have any that are in the afternoons,
All right, man.
like after 5 or whatever. But send me links, man. If I can, I'll be here.
If you ever want to just chit chat, PM, we could do that too.
I don't even know how to do that, bro.
He's down for pics too. If you want to send him pics, sexy pics.
Go help.
Okay.
Go to help.
All right, I will. I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Peace, bro. So you think we should go off air now? Just chill?
Sounds good to me.
Get our fill of story, politics, and religion. Got our fill. All right. Well, see you later. Because we're gonna go have sexy time.